Okay, so we'll have a look at the screen to start with. So this is where you control everything from select your designs, lettering, editing, changing needle allocations, etc. on the machine. So the first thing we'll do, these are your built-in designs. You'll see here designs M2, so that's your hoop size. So all these are organised via hoop size, and this is page 1 of 7. To change the pages, use the left and right arrow pages here, and that will go through your designs. You'll see up here now, this is changed to an M1 hoop, so these are larger designs. Keep turning the page here. Have a look at the designs that are built into the machine. Then page 7, we're down to M3, which is the small hoop that comes with the machine. So we'll go back here. So to select a stitch, just touch the screen on the stitch that you'd like to use, and that brings you into the ready to sew screen, which then gives you hoop size, actual embroidery stitch out size, so that's the actual physical size that embroidery will stitch out in, how long it will take. We're on colour number 1 of 5 colours, and we're stitch number 1 of 4,902 stitches. Over here on the right hand side, we're on 4 or 8. So what that's talking about is it would display here either 4 colours or 8 colours if you've got 8 colours available. So if I press this, you'll see that will change then, give you a larger view of your design. Next one down will highlight the colour that you're about to stitch, or that the machine is stitching, or give you a full view of that whole embroidery. Next two down is plus stitches, or plus colour, sorry, or minus colour. So that'll take you up and down colours. Forward and reverse is here, so this will take, these two buttons here will take you one stitch at a time. Save to the machine is this button here, and then if we go right, you've got colour grouping, or realign or reallocate your needles. So you might have colours already threaded on your machine and you don't want to unthread the machine and rethread, so you can just reallocate the needles here. So you'll see you've got colour number 1, 2, 3 and 4, and over here on the left you've got needle 1, needle 2, needle 3 and needle 4. I might have the colour I want to use for colour number 1 threaded in needle 3 position, so I can just press there, 3, press the down arrow, and that will give me the next one. I've got that threaded on number 4 needle, and so on, and you can change that all around depending on what you've already got threaded on your machine. And then to go back, press the arrow back there, hear the machine move into the 3rd needle position, and that's all ready to sew. So that's the ready to sew screen. I'll go to the menu and we'll go to the lettering. So this is our lettering screen. On the right here I can select my font, so if I touch that button there, these are all the available fonts. You'll notice you can't touch here on the fonts. You need to use the up and down, left and right arrows here to select the font that you would like to stitch out with. Once you find that, press OK. Then you've got horizontal or vertical lettering, so that will toggle between the two. Next button down is large, medium or small. This is on medium size writing at the moment. Just press that and that will cycle through the different sizes available. And then next one down is upper and lowercase lettering there. You'll see there you haven't got any numbers, etc. Use the right and left arrows here for the pages. That will give you letters, numbers and symbols, etc. And you'll see there here it's page 1 of 3 we're back on. That changes as you change those pages. Now to do your lettering, once you've selected your font size, type in what you would like, go to lowercase, type that out, press OK. The machine will set up so you can sew that out. If you'd like to edit that, press menu. Okay, now that we're in the edit screen, I've got options here. On the right hand side I've got my hoop selection menu. So if I press that one, it comes up with M, T, S and J. The hoops that come with the MB4s are the M hoops. So if I press the M, it then gives me two options, because the design that I already have there is too large for the M3 hoop, which is only a 50 by 50 millimeters, so 2 inches by 2 inches roughly. So it gives me two options here, M1 and M2. I'm going to take that down to an M2. So press that. It asks me here if I want to change from the larger and condense that down to the smaller. So you see here, it's condensing everything down into that smaller hoop. Press OK, and that brings that down there. Next down, I've got my resizing tool here. So if I press this one, I can resize up, and because I'm right on the left hand side, it's not going to let me do anything. So you can see, you can just pick that up and drag that around to where you'd like it. Then I can resize that up to 120%. So you see here, you've got your percentage, or you can resize that down, and that will go down to 80%. I'll take that back up to 100. There we are. Press the reverse arrow, that will take us back into the full edit screen. Next down, you've got the rotation. If I press that, it gives me four options. I can rotate right 1 degree at a time. I can rotate left 1 degree at a time. I can rotate right 90 degrees at a time, or left 90 degrees at a time. Trash can, so that will get rid of, that will delete that design. Save to memory. Copy and paste. Flip right, left. Vertical flip. Arc your lettering is the next one down. So if I press that one, I can arc my lettering here, so I can hold that down, or I can arc the other way, depending on what you'd like to do. Once you've got that arced in the direction that you'd like it to arc, you can then increase or decrease the size between the actual letters with these here. So this will stretch that out a little bit, or this will condense it down a little bit. Once you're happy, just press that arrow back. The colour, this will let me change my thread colour. So you see there, I can change that to a green. Press OK. This is group all your designs, so I've only got one design here, but if I had multiple designs that were all laid out and I wanted to move them all together, I can press this one, and then that will let me move all of those at the same time. And that's the editing screen. Press OK, and that will go back into the ready to sew, and we're right to go. What else you've got on the screen here? So you've got your menu, which gives you access to built-in designs, font menu, edit menu. Go out of that one. You've got your open folder. So this is how you can access other designs. So at the moment, I can only access designs that are saved on the machine. I haven't got a USB stick plugged in, and I haven't got the CD-ROM plugged in. But if you have those plugged in, they will light up over here, and you can access those. Next up is set menu. Set menu, so these are all your settings. And once again, use the page right, page left keys. X out of there. And then along the bottom of the screen are all our physical buttons. So you start, stop, scissors, tracing, fine tuning of your hoop. So that will center your hoop. this button here, and then you can fine tune depending on where the design's meant to be, the centering of the hoop. You've got your fast forward and reverse and your bob and winder button there on the screen.